Well, I went shopping yesterday. Didn't realize it was Christmas Eve. It was not a pleasant experience. All crowded, everyone's all tense. Anyways, I picked up these cube steaks, and I didn't like the New York strips they had there. Too much connective tissue on them. These were cheap, so I bought them. But I didn't realize they expired today. Expires December 25th. Christmas. So I better eat these today before they spoil on me. They still smell good. You never know. Sometimes I bought steaks and they expired and they went bad like a day before or a day after. But sometimes they can go for a while. So it's either cook them now or put them in the freezer to save them. Cube steak is basically some cheap steak, and they put it through a tenderizer, and it kind of softens it up, cuts it all up a little. Kind of, it's like in between a steak and like a hamburger patty, because it really gets chopped up. You really chop this baby up. Let me see. I'm just I could just use this thing here. Actually, I probably need a plate. Let's put these on a plate. They're a little bigger. It's too long. Let's see. Yeah, that's kind of almost like a hamburger patty. It's falling apart too. So basically a hamburger patty. So let's go ahead and season your steaks, your cube steaks, and you could also buy the cheap. And you want to use the cheap steak. You could do this yourself. You could smash it with a meat mallet, or you could even get a knife and try to carefully score it all kinds of ways, or both. Or both. And let's basically do some salt, pepper here. That's all we need. Just make sure it's seasoned. You know, hit it real quick. Then we gotta make the batter. That's good. That should be good. Actually, a little more salt. I think it was kind of cheap on the salt there. Alright. Oh no. Oh, let me get to the plate. It's not working. Alright, so let's get some flour. And put it on the plate. You're gonna need it. Oh, that's probably a little too much, but that's alright. I mean, well, we'll see. I don't know exactly what we need here. So there's the flour. We get a little flour, like a forkful. Put it in this bowl here. Add a little milk. So I get that stirred in real quick. I think so. You gotta make the batter. There's a bunch of ways to do it, obviously. Buttermilk, so I've seen people do it with buttermilk, but there's some flour to thicken it up a little bit. Let's put an egg in here. Look at that sucker. Okay, let's see. Let's season that up a little bit. Get some, I got some hot sauce. That's all I got. Put a little sriracha in there. And then we get some salt in here too. Oops, wrong one. Okay, good. Some pepper. Okay. Let's get some garlic powder in this one. What was that? It flew. Some garlic powder. And then let's add a little bit more milk. Make sure we have enough liquid in there. So that's our batter. It's a little watery, I guess, but could have added a little bit more flour. But with the egg and the flour, it's a little thicker. I don't know how thick we really need it, but we'll see. Alright, let's see what we got here. So let's hit these suckers with the flour. Coat them. can do a couple layers here. Okay, shake it off, dust it off. Give it a little taparoo. This one too. Alright. Let me see, I might need a little more flour. Yeah, I might need a little bit more. Cutting it close, because this is going to be all wet when I stick it into the batter and put it back on the flour. Better get a little more, be on the safe side. Those little grooves in that steak really soaked it up a lot. Alright, that should be good. Alright. We won't waste too much flour, because if we do have extra flour, we're going to use that for the gravy. So we'll be alright. Okay. Drip this off as much as you can. Okay. It's easier to do this if you have more flour on your plate, but sometimes you don't want to waste too much. Really hit it. Alright. Alright. Let me get this fire started over here. I'll get that on high. Okay, that one's done. If you want, you could do this another time. Do it another. If you want a real thick batter, maybe I'll do that. And you just gotta throw it on top here. That's another way to do it. Gotta get it in there. Oh, that one looks much better. I'm thinking, let's see. Just gonna throw flour on top. Grab some, throw it on top, get it in the grooves, and shake it off again. Okay, that looks better. That looks good. All right, so we got a little bit of flour here, which we'll use for the gravy. Unfortunately, the egg milk batter, we gotta dump that because it has an egg in it. All right, let me take a time out and I'll meet you at the pan. Okay, we got some, we don't have any like lard or anything. I just got some oil in the pan, getting hot. I'll throw some, ow! Jesus. Don't throw it in. Kind of like, jeez. That was a rookie move there. Don't make any rookie moves. Jeez, that's kind of like shot out, I don't know. Well, make sure you have, I should have had coffee first. Have your coffee before you decide to play with fire. Alright, so this pan's not big enough. These are kind of big steaks, so I'm going to do one at a time. There we go. One at a time in here, fellas. Take a time out and wait till we get done on this. Alright, let's check out the first split. See how we're looking. Oh, look at that. Nice and crispy. Looks good. Okay, so we'll get back to you when we're done with all the steaks, and then we'll start the gravy process. Let's take a time out. Okay, we're just about done. I've browned both sides. Looks pretty good. But there's a little bit of a red stain there. Some of the blood kind of seeps up on top, so I'll flip it one more time to kick that. And some people say, oh, that's not blood. I don't care. It's meat juices or something. I don't know. But like, if it's blood, I'll eat it. If it's meat juices, whatever it is, I don't know. Maybe shoot somebody. He's bleeding to death. Well, it's not all blood. It's also meat juices. He's meat juicing to death. I don't know why. It's early in the morning. I guess, I don't know. Maybe people are like, oh, gross, it's blood. And maybe that's what they have to get all technical for the people that get all grossed out from our rare steak. Oh, that looks really good. All right, so we got the oil and butter here, and some of the meat fat, and all that good stuff. So let's make the gravy. All right. So what do we got here? You don't have to do this onion part, but I do have a little bit of diced onion I'm gonna add in there. that little kind of salt. Let me get a little list in here. I'm going to kind of scrape off some of the flavor with that onion moisture. And when you're making the gravy, you could just boom. If you need a little more butter, you add a little butter, and then the flour to thicken it, and then you add some milk, basically, for this kind of gravy, and then salt and pepper. So mine's gonna have a little bit of onions on it, so diced onions. So just gotta go with it. All right, let's find that flour. There we go. We can just kind of, whatever. You can get the whole bit out. I don't actually need that much gravy, so I'm not going to use all that flour. I got most of it though, because all I have is 2 beans. You know, all I have is 2 chicken fried steaks. See, I might have put too much flour though. See? It's not getting picked. It's not mixing in with the grease. All right. So, have no fear. We need a little bit more fat here to mix it with the flour. Just get it in there, get some butter in there. And make sure we get all that flour mixed in properly. Cooked, combined, all that good stuff. Lower this flame too. Yeah, if the flame if it's too high, then it's gonna the butter evaporates really quick, and then it's gonna like cook into bread or something. You know, that's another issue. So you don't want, you gotta have the right mixture, and also, so I mean, in a pinch, you can just boom, add a little water to cool it off a bit. I'm gonna add milk, but I don't have it with me right now. Okay, that looks pretty good. This thing is hot. So we got to get that milk ASAP. Alright. That should be good. Let's see. Now if you had a whisk, it'd be easier, obviously. But a fork works just as good. So now I raised the flame back up because the milk really cooled it off. We gotta get all this stuff simmering back up to a simmer. It's really difficult working with this electric stove, you know, because it does. Even if you have it hot and then you lower it, that the metal is still hot underneath, so it retains its heat. That's the problem. You can't really adjust it as well, but I mean, you know, work with what you got. Oh, look at that! It's starting to look good. Now, if it gets too thick for you, it's a little thick, you could always just add more water or milk. The water will evaporate, so it doesn't matter. It'll be alright. So I'm gonna just want to get it to a nice consistency. It's okay if you get a little too watery because you just simmer it for a while. Okay, but we gotta have salt and pepper, so just imagine salting all this gravy. Pepper is what it's all about. That's what really gives it that good gravy flavor. Good amount of pepper. Alright. Okay. Oh, I forgot. So over here, I have this other pan warming up. We're gonna go and fry a couple eggs. Oh, I guess it wasn't warm up. Well, that'll do what it's doing. Let's mix this up over here. Alright, well. Put this up higher. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's good. A little more milk. Yeah, I'm turning that off because it's still hot. Okay, well that's basically it. Chicken fried steak and eggs. I'm gonna plate it right now, but I gotta go and get those eggs cooked, and they're taking forever because I put it on. I had the heat too low in that small burner in the back. All right, guys, enjoy.